He has a successful background in both corporate America, working in Fortune 500 companies in both the oil and gas industry, but he also has a successful background as an entrepreneur, owning two of his own companies. He actually quadrupled his net worth in the last 10 years, working with the leadership of this company and implementing the principles that he's learned. And he loves to give back to the community. He does so by coaching youth basketball, and he's done that for the last 11 years. But what I love most about this gentleman is he is a very loyal person, and he puts his whole heart and all of his passion into each and every single thing that he does. He brings so much fire, excitement, and enthusiasm to every event, every call, every business that he's a part of. Again, I love him so much and have so much respect for him. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let me see some fire. Let me see some hearts in the chat. Please give it up for Mr. Dale Boudreaux.
All right. All right. I mean, let's give it up for Miss Carly for that introduction because first of all, thank you for introducing me. But second of all, that introduction that's the best introduction I ever had in my entire life. All right. And I really appreciate it because, as Carly said, I've been knowing Carly for, I don't know what, 12, 13 years. And we've been in business together. We've been vacation slash meetings together, right, in Cancun. And I'm telling you, you talk about a person that has taken companies from 0 to 150 miles an hour. Well, she's one of them. And the great thing about the company we're going to speak about today is I get to be in business with her. And these are the kind of people we get to be in business with. So I love that about this company. I love that about the industry that we in. And most of all, I'm excited about where we are as a company. I'm telling you, I can't wait to talk about this. Give me a second here. Let me share my screen. Um, Miss Carly, can you see that?
Yes, I can.
All right, fantastic. So I'll be remiss if I don't talk about the people that started this company. You're talking about Mr. Wences Navarro, Mr. Daniel Pacheco, Mr. J.C. Rangel. I mean, this was a company that was born 12, 13 years ago, having a conversation together. They wanted to do business together at some point in their life. And when they did business, they came up with, can you imagine if they'd have waited another 5 years, what would have happened? Oh my God. So and look, I'm from South Louisiana, so I'm going to get ramped up here at about 150 miles an hour. So you're going to have to maybe put some Cajun interpreters on your ears just to pay attention, just to follow me. But it's because I'm excited. Build Network, I was a place in my life where I wanted to retire. Matter of fact, I retired and a company called me up. They paid me so much money to come back, I had to come back. But when I did that, this opportunity presented itself. And I always look at opportunities because, at a minimum, what I'm going to do is refer business to them at least if I like the business. But when this business presented itself, I mean, it's a no brainer. It's a no brainer. And, here we are 13 months later, we're taking this business overseas. So that tells you about the leadership of this company. And I'll tell you, the vice president of sales, Mr. Sam Bean, I've been doing business with him for 15 years. And, he has been nothing but a leader, a mentor, a coach. And, we've been through a lot of ups, a little bit of downs, but we've been through way more ups. And we've made a lot of money together. And, Mr. J.C. Rangel, Mr. Pacheco, Mr. Navarro, they made him the vice president of sales. And man, I'm so thankful for that because I'll tell you, the sky's the limit on this company with the leadership that we have right here. So as Carly mentioned, man, I've been in oil and gas my whole life, and the one oil and gas is it's very cyclical, ups, downs, big downs. So a long time ago, I decided that I need to own several businesses to take care of them downs. because 20 years ago, I was laid off. They took everybody in one room that had 10 years or more experience and they just let them all go. Like on a Friday afternoon, they said, you gone. So that was the nature of the oil and gas. But having your own business, it softens that blow and you get to move forward instead of backwards because a lot of people were hurting. But I had a business. I always have a business. So, and the business we're going to talk about today is BYLD Network. And it's a high ticket brokerage. And the one thing I loved about this business right here is you can make a six-figure income without recruiting people. And everybody takes a back seat when you say that, but that's an absolute fact. We've already had people in this company make $100,000 in a month. Okay. So that right there perked my ears up, and I had to know more when I heard that. But when I started looking at the verticals we were in, we had four high ticket verticals that we're in. And we're going to talk about those here in a minute. But those verticals right here, I mean, you're talking about verticals that are on fire right now. And people are purchasing our services over and over and over again because of these strategic verticals that our leadership in this company put us in. I mean, where can you go and make a six-figure income and not recruit anybody? What do you got to do to make an extra six-figure income where you're working? Okay, you got to work a lot to get another six-figure income where you're working. You really got to put out. So this opportunity right here, you know, what it's doing for me right now because of what's going on in the marketplace, I lost 22.3% on my 401k. Well, guess what? Guess where I'm going to make that up at? Okay. So I'm going to create my own economy. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care about the other economy that's going on right now. There's nothing good going on right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create my own economy and my own household, and I'm going to be the president of my own financial institution and take care of me, my family, and my grandkids for years to come. And that's what this high ticket brokerage called BYLD Network affords you. That's what's great about it. So why build a business? Well, because nobody's going to come and save you. That's why. Nobody. You on your own. That's why I say you got to create your own economy. And the one thing that we have that a lot of people don't is we call it plug and profit. We take your resources, we plug it into our system, and profit comes out. And everybody gets to make money. I mean, it's entrepreneurship entrepreneurship, man, it used to be a should. It's now a must. And if you look at people these days, everybody knows somebody that's either doing Uber, Etsy, Airbnb, Shopify, or they doing picking up the food, right? Grubhub or something. I know a lot of people that's doing that for extra money. So it used to be you wanted to go make some extra money. Okay. So when you're looking at a business opportunity, what is it you want to look for? So the first thing you have to look at is the market. Is the market congenial to what you want to do in it, right? So in the industries, you want to look at big ticket market and low market penetration. So you want high dollar for low market penetration, right? Essential goods and services, gas, electric, things people have to buy. All right. Industries that will thrive in bad economies. Well, you got to create your own economy is what you need to do. So the other thing for me is time versus money. So how much time do I have to spend to get X amount of money? Because I'm looking at the return on investment of my time because my time is precious to me. And the one thing that I love about this company is that time versus money return on investment is awesome because we take resources, we plug it in our system. BYLD does the heavy lifting. They do the heavy lifting. And then you and the guys that help you do the heavy lifting, you share in the profit. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And you're not spending all your time doing all the work. You letting the professionals take care of that for you. And BYLD, man, they built a company that integrates customer to you, to the product, and everything that goes with that product, including loans, including subject matter experts, including all a bill of material for everything that you want to do, and they present it to the customer for you. Man, that's man. When I saw that, I flipped out, and I was like all in immediately. It didn't even take me long to think about it. All right, because time versus money, return on investment. That's what it was for me, you know. And look at the four verticals that we are in. First vertical, our flagship vertical, Encore Solar. I mean, the solar industry is just wreaking havoc everywhere in a very good way. You go look at Texas. Look, man, a while back, they had a big freeze that went through Texas and knocked down all their power facilities. Next thing you know, man, people were getting bills for $13,000 for electricity. I mean, that's no kidding. So what they don't advertise because they big oil and gas is that since that time, all the growth in the energy sector for Texas, 92% was renewable energy. And a big chunk of that, man, was solar. So, let me tell you something, man. If Texas, big oil and gas, if they are investing in solar and renewable energy to this extent, you have to pay attention. The other thing that really got me about solar was a while back, about 10 years ago, Saudi Arabia, they had $11 trillion. They took $3 trillion and invested it in renewable energy. Now you're talking about the biggest oil and gas company in the world, one of them. And this is what they did with 3 trillion of the $11 trillion. So the minute I saw solar, I mean, it's just a matter of learning what's happening with solar, how we plug in to BYLD. And it's very simple. You get an electric bill, you put it in the system, a mentor does the work for you. You put the mentor and the customer together with you, and guess what you get? $6,000 to $10,000 commission per project. I mean, come on. I did not want to sell 1,000 items to make $25. I wanted some meat, right? I wanted some meat to whatever we was gonna do. And so when I looked at BYLD, it fit the bill, man. $6,000 to $10,000. I can do that all day long. I promise you. I promise you, we can do this all day long. And look, you sell one of them, your business is set up for a few months. Your household's set up for a couple of months. So imagine if you sold 10, 20, 30 of those a year, how would your financial situation look? You sold one of those a month for $6,000 a month. How would your financial situation change in your household? This is what I'm talking about, creating your own economy. I mean, this vertical right here is awesome. I mean, it is awesome. And you look at South Carolina, you look at Maryland, you look at those states like that that actually have a lot of incentive for you to do this. I mean, in South Carolina, I mean, you get an extra 25% credit. I mean, that's amazing. So there's all kind of benefits that go with solar. And Mr. J.C. Rangel, man, he sold 2,100 solar projects in the last 2, 3 years. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear. The other vertical we in is security. So we have two of the biggest names in security with ADT and Brinks. Our commission on that is $500 to $700 a project. I mean, that's a lot of money. $500 in a household in a month. Say it changes people's lives. I've seen it happen. $500. So when you're talking about security right now, I mean, everybody's looking for security right now. You can get financial security and secure your home at the same time. Okay. The next product that we have, and the next vertical that we in is water, and not just any water, alkaline water. And the one thing I love about this company is they choose the best of the best to partner with, and Rain is the best of the best. These guys brought alkaline water to North America. They were the first ones to do it. Not only that, in Flint, Michigan, they were part of the team that went in there and did and found a solution. Not only found the problem, but helped them find a solution. So the other thing about Rain is it's 100% built in America. And you got to love that, especially right now, right? Because you don't have to pay more for it. Every nut, every bolt, every pipe that's molded is right here in America. On top of that, Miss Kim Bean, who and Mr. Ovi, man, they are the two maestros when it comes to water. And I can't say enough about both of them because they educated me in a big way on water. And because I didn't know anything about water filtration systems except in a refinery. And that ain't even close to what we got. They got this is better. This is better. Okay. So $1,000 to $2,100 per project per every one of these you sell. It's amazing the commissions that you get in this company. All right. And then you talking about the Smart Money Club, and this is Mr. CEO, this is Mr. Wences's baby right here. And let me tell you something. He's putting together something that's just very, very special for people. And it's not about how much, it's not just about how much you make. It's how much you can sustain, it's how much you can scale up, it's how much you can diversify in your money, and it's just how much you want to leave legacy wise. So the Smart Money Club, man, they do this. You get into that program, and they do this for you. So these are the four verticals we in. And look, ever since this came out, we in more verticals. So these guys do not stop. They do not stop. But the model of business is the same for all of them. That's what's cool about it. You can use mentors to help you, and then you can become a mentor. And then you can help other people. Okay. So we share the money all the way around, man. It's just a look, it's a beautiful system. And if you want to do traditional business, you're more than welcome to do that in this model. Okay. But we have other avenues of making money. So, but the model of business of getting the customer connected to a subject matter expert called a mentor and having them do the heavy lifting, that's how you take your resources. That's how you scale your business. You spend 5 hours a week calling people and setting these meetings up, and that's all you need to do. I mean, come on. That I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That doesn't get any easier. I mean, how many conversations you have a week with somebody's water system, solar, security, or money? Every week, you talking to somebody. I go to refineries and paper mills all day long. That's all they talk about. They talk about how nasty the water is. They talk about, I mean, like literally, they talk about uh, energy, period, because that's one of the biggest bills they have in any plant in the United States is energy. And they're always talking about money. I mean, we fit the bill in all these industries. And the other thing they talk about is how to secure that plant. We got all four of them verticals right here, right now. But let's talk about solar. And the one thing I want to talk about here is how our business is set up, our business model, because the model you're going to see right here, it's the same model we have for all our verticals. First of all, why get involved in the solar industry? Well, if you look at the timing of this opportunity, well, there's 130 million homes in the United States that in the United States, 130 million homes. So 90 million of them are eligible for solar. 5 million have gone solar, and 85 million homes are eligible and currently still without solar. You can drive around any neighborhood because all I do right now when I'm driving, I'm looking where solar's at, where it's not. It's amazing how this slide right here changed how I drive. I think it's awesome. So what's the other thing from consumers? What you're looking for in solar? Well, we save up to 50% on energy costs. There's zero down on various financing options. Look, our mentors put all the options in the front of you, and they let you make a financial basis of how you want to do the project. We have blackout protection, which if you live in the South in hurricane season, you need blackout protection. And what that is you got a battery that's going to sustain when electricity goes out, it's going to sustain you with solar. So everybody else, man, is running generators or don't have a generator or don't have electricity. You sitting over there with a blackout protection. How awesome is that? The other thing about solar, and this is very crucial, man, is tax credits. So you can receive up to 30% federal tax credit directly to your bottom line of taxes. That is like if you have a tax bill and you don't want to pay, you need this. Not only are you going to save up to 50% on energy costs, your tax credits, man, you're going to get 30% of the entire project. And also, if you wanted a roof, we can help you do that too. Immediate increase in home value when you put solar on your home, your whole house increases. I don't know, it's like 3 to 4%, but there's an increase in value. As a matter of fact, they asked me about my home. One of the first things they asked me is if I had solar, because they wanted to assess the value of the home, right? And clean energy. I mean, clean energy. You got Saudi Arabia investing $3 trillion. If that don't tell you anything about clean energy, I don't know what does. The other thing is you got oil companies like BP right now that are investing heavily in clean energy. I mean, you need to go look and see what they're doing in clean energy. They always looking at these plants. Energy is the biggest cost. They are always looking for how to reduce that cost. And in 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds. In 2023, it was every 38 seconds. So this business is growing rapidly. And it's something, and look, they changed, they found new developments in solar panels. And so they always going to be putting solar panels on people's houses, man. It's just, and look, in California, I think from 2020 on, if you build a new house, you got to put solar panels. So own your own energy, right? Own your own energy. So you look at these houses, what do you see? So the first thing, it becomes obvious, we're talking about solar. There's not a lot of houses that have solar on it. But I'm going to tell you, as a build network business owner, I'm going to tell you what I see. I don't see every house needs solar, but they also need water filtration. They also need smart money club. They also need security. See, we're in the home essentials business. And when you go into these houses, you're not just going to talk about solar, because while you're talking to your customer, they're going to talk about security. They're going to talk about the guy down the street, who maybe got robbed or something. They're going to talk about it. Guess what? What does entrepreneur mean? It means you solve problems. That's what it means. You're a problem solver. So, as a problem solver, you have the solution in your back pocket. It's whether you talk about it with him or not. So, look at these houses and look how you scale up your business. Yeah, you might be putting solar today, but then you might be putting security later, because you don't know what's going to happen to these people, right? You don't know what their journey is. So that's what I see when I look at these houses right here. And then customer testimonies. I mean, we had a customer in California, before solar, they paying $287 a month for their electricity. After solar, they're paying $148 a month. I mean, that's a significant savings. And as our president, Mr. J.C. Rangel, says, a solar sales presentation is not a presentation. It's an IQ test. I mean, who don't want to, and then who don't want to pay $148 versus $287? I mean, you got to be able to add, right? And subtract. So anyway, that's a customer, and the commissions on that were $6,400. So you share $3,200 with your mentor, and then as a mentee, you take $3,200. I mean, that's a nice payday. And all you did was get an electricity bill, put it in the system, get you a mentor. They did all the heavy lifting. You set the appointment, and then this is the commission you get. And I tell you, our solar pros, or you want to call them solar pros, we call them mentors. Our mentors, they are something else. They are fantastic. We got some of the best mentors in this business that you ever seen. And I've done several meetings with them, and they are so professional. I just love working with professional people. And that's this project. Second project, customer in Florida, $410 a month before solar, $290 a month after solar. You think he's excited? Yeah, he's excited. And again, it's an IQ test. Why wouldn't you want to do this? You saving money. The commission on that was $8,200. Excuse me. Our mentor got 4,100. Our mentee got 4,100. How's that for a nice payday? Do that every month. That's fantastic. See this slide right here? I love this slide because what solar does is it takes that arrow and brings it level with that 150. Okay? That's what it does. So you need to ask yourself, how many times your electricity company lowered your rate? I can answer that is never. I work in their plants. They never lower your rate. Okay? So the point here is, why don't you treat your energy like you treat your house? Okay? If you was renting your house and you knew they were going to raise your rent 6 to 8% every month for the next 10, 20, 30 years, would you stay in the house? Again, it's an IQ test. The answer is no, you ain't gonna stay in that house, right? So what we do is we help you leverage, all right, your watts per hour, and I'm trying to be technical here, lower it what you have now and keep it that low for the next 20, 25 years. Okay? And that's all we're doing. And I'm telling you, on top of that, you get a 30% tax credit. No money down. We have all kind of financial options you can talk to the mentor about. And if you wanted to, you can become a mentor. I mean, I have nothing but respect for our mentors because I'm telling you, man, them guys, they do a great, great job. But the overall fact of the matter is your electricity company is raising your rate. Here's the other thing. Guess what they adding to their power producing portfolio? Solar farms. So you're already paying for solar farms. As a matter of fact, if you want to stay with your electricity company, they're using your money to pay for their solar farms so they can get less, pay less for electricity and charge you more. So look, man, it's a vicious circle. So why not own your own electricity? I mean, that's what we talk about in BYLD, owning your own electricity. And if you don't believe me, that's fine because we have a man here who's a billionaire and multiple billionaires. He's one of the richest guys in the world. Energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. He not only said that, he invested $10 billion of his own money in it. So, you know, if you got somebody like Warren Buffett who's investing in energy, I mean, you have to take a second look at this, a third look, a fourth look. You got to make those numbers. You got to make those numbers make sense in your head, because again, this is an IQ test. It's not even a math test, right? It's just an IQ test. And then, so let's get a little bit deeper into our products, man. So home security, ADT, and we have Brinks. Look, that's two of the biggest names in security. They have state-of-the-art technology. They're professional installed. We don't do business with people unless they're professionals. I can tell you that straight up. Our leadership will not allow it. and they will not do business with you. Okay. They have customer support. They have insurance discounts. You can monitor your home from anywhere in the world. And here's like one of the best things right here is, you know, uh, you get commissions from 400 to $7. They paid the very next week. That's fast money right there. And we have a third security option coming online. It's called Ripple. It's it's military grade security. I mean, it's something, it's unbelievable. They used to use it in military safe houses, and it's portable. And, you're going to want to use that for your children that go to college or they're living away from you or any of that. You can bring it on vacation with you. I mean, if your children are going to Airbnb for, I don't know, spring break or something, they can take this thing with them. So again, our leadership in this company, they are always moving forward. This team does not move backwards at all. Matter of fact, I don't think they even believe in it. All four of them, they don't believe in moving backwards. They believe in moving forward. They take any kind of problem that's coming at them head on. And that's the kind of people that I like to work with. And every one of them have built businesses from the ground up. I mean, there's something to be said for working with people that build businesses from the ground up. They've been through it. They understand. They know how to get through it. We here to just siphon knowledge off of them to make our life easier when we build our businesses, which I think is fantastic because they're transparent as I don't know what. And the other vertical that we have is water. Transfer your home with pure alkaline water for drinking, bathing, and healthier tomorrow. I mean, look, there's all kinds of benefits to healthy water, and alkaline water is healthy. And I can tell you right now, this system right here is second to none. It's second to none. I, I I'm an engineer and I got to go look at all the data in the world. And I looked at all the data on this system versus all of them. Had extensive conversations with Miss Kim Bean, Mr. Ovey. I mean, I think Mr. Ovey, man, he don't want to see my number pop up on his screen anymore. I'm just pelting him with questions, but he's so gracious and he's so knowledgeable of water. I mean, he just educated me to no end. But the benefits of clean alkaline water, rich in antioxidants and minerals, hydrates and rejuvenates the body, supports immune system function, may reduce illnesses and diseases, supports digestive health, neutralizes acidity for healthy drinking water. That is a big one. And rain. You remember when you was a kid drinking water out of the hose pipe, right? Well, those pipes are still in the ground carrying water. And if you look to the right, that's what it looks like. And this is the water you're putting in your body, right? So, this is a big industry. It's 6.82 billion in the United States last year and growing at about 6% a year. Man, when a business is growing at 6% a year, that's amazing. It's going to be about $11-12 billion industry in 2033. So there's a lot of growth going on in water. Now, when I joined this company, they didn't have water. So they brought water on and, I was like, oh, okay, great. We're bringing water on. Well, when I went in there and dove into this, look, my system's on the way. That's all I can tell you. It's on the way because this water system right here is unbelievable. I broke it all down. So what our system does to your water. First of all, it's a reverse osmosis system. So water's purified. It takes out all the impurities. It takes out all the gunk, right? Then we add the nutrition back into the water because when you do reverse osmosis, it takes everything out, even the good stuff. It takes it all out. So we put the calcium, potassium, and magnesium back in. But what's really cool is the way we do it. It's the way we do it. the union of these three materials and how we do it, it's like it's done in nature. And Mr. Ovi explained to me, other systems dose. They put doses of this stuff in their water to get the calcium, potassium back in. That's not what we do. We don't dose it. Man, we let it, like when the river's running through the woods, going over rocks, collecting minerals. That's basically kind of what we do. So, what a fantastic method! What a fantastic product! And look, the average family spends $50 to $100 a month for water. There's your return on investment right there. There it is. And look, for Alka 75, you can finance it for $45 to $55 $59 a month, and you're getting the best water on earth. We got countertop units, we got under the counter units, we got whole house water systems, man, for California and Texas only. But again, man, this whole thing is made right there in California. It's 100% United States made. Every nut, every boat, everything is right here in the United States. It's made. So, man, I appreciate that they did that, and that's what our systems look like. And here's the verticals that we're in: high ticket brokerage. I mean, the brokerage part, I can't emphasize enough because I don't know, like just like everybody else, man, I work like crazy. All right. So solar, commercial, ADT and rain. And so right now I'd like to introduce to the line. I mean, this is somebody I respect highly. He has 10 years of experience as an entrepreneur and a business owner. That's hard enough, right? On top of that, he's a solar professional, licensed. Okay. And the one thing that I love about this guy, man, is he loves to mentor people and make them financially successful. And if you just watch him with his team and you go look at his schedule every day, this is exactly what he's doing. I mean, his strategic mindset and how he empowers others to do business is second to none. I'd like to bring to the line today my partner in crime, Mr. Matthew Acosta. Welcome to the line, sir.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Boudreaux, right there. I appreciate that introduction. And man, I don't think I've been introduced like that in ever. So I really appreciate that introduction there. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And once again, it's also a pleasure to be also in partnership with you as well, too, because, man, I'm learning a lot from you as well. You've been able to just come in and be a leader in the industry that we do have here within BYLD. So just really quick, can you guys see my screen here? Give me a thumbs up or a yes there. Awesome, perfect. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and dive into it. And here, so with BYLD, we have 7 ways that you can earn. We're not going to go into every single one of them, but we are going to touch base on the very crucial ones that we do have here, where you're going to make the meat of the money here and all the opportunity that we do have. So one thing that we do have is our personal sales. So all of the different products and services that Mr. Boudreaux has explained to us in the past slides there, they all go based off of this commission-based model. This particular slide is going to talk about solar. So when you earn 70% commissions on your personal sales, the average profit is $10,000 per install, and that is on the solar sales side that we're speaking about here. So average commission of that 70% would be $7,000. So $7,000 is not bad, right, for a solar deal. And we're actually going to break it down now with the mentored sales. And this is actually where, when I started in the industry, I really loved this aspect of it, where now I don't have to just worry about throwing a sale in and splitting the commissions. I can actually come in and learn to even coach other people to be able to close their own sales as well too. So the process that we do have to become a mentor is you close 3 training sales with a mentor, then you close 5 sales on your own, and you complete a company certification. So with that, this is really where you get all of your training, and it's pretty much paid training as well too, because as you're closing those 3 sales with the mentor is coming in and doing all of the work for you. So the mentor now is You're just handing over the bill to the mentor. The mentor is designing the system, creating the proposal for the homeowner, answering all the questions, meeting with the homeowner, and the mentee is actually there with the homeowner. If they choose to be a mentor in the company, they can actually learn this full process. And this is actually what I did when I came into the company. I wanted to go ahead and streamline straight to become a mentor. So I got my 3 sales in as fast as possible. As soon as I was able to close my own, then I went ahead and started closing my 5 deals as fast as I can as well too. And along the process, I learned as I went across the board as well too. So when we look at the mentored sales example, and this is huge, guys, where you can actually bring in other people into the company that are interested in selling solar. And now if you help 4 other consultants close their first 3 training sales, that's a total of 12 sales at an average of $3,500 after split commissions. So when there's a mentee and a mentor sale, that is 50% of the commissions go to the mentee, 50% goes to the mentor there. So in commissions alone, that is $42,000 in commissions there. So that's pretty nice, right? Where now you don't have to actually go out and look for these sales. You just have 4 other consultants that actually brought in deals to you, and all you're doing is just training them and coaching them, and you both are getting paid. And on top of it, the homeowner is actually getting a sweet deal on these solar proposals that we are making for them as well too. Here is another meat of the pie that we have. So it is called the team building overrides. So this is actually what I really love here as well too, part of the company, is that as you start building up your team, or you start doing closes on your own as well too, everybody starts at day 1 as a consultant, which is 20% override whenever you bring somebody into the business. You always get 70% commission, no matter from when you're starting as a consultant all the way down to a national director. As you start building up a team, more installs start going in. This can be from solar, home security, water filtration, whatever it may be. These start counting up points, and you start actually ranking up the ladder here, where now you can actually become a manager, a director, executive director, even national director. As of right now, for myself, I am actually a manager in the company here. So I actually get a 30% frontline override, and I also tap into a 10% team override onto my team's team and moving forward all the way down to infinity. I still get my 70% commissions whenever I close my personal sales. But now my main goal is to be able to create more managers, more directors, whatever it may be, create independent leaders to be able to start closing their own sales. So now they can actually receive the 70% commission and start